veteran Bailiff's racist abuse of black veteran backfires when she walks in as the judge. An older black woman walked into a courtroom wearing modest clothes and walking with a cane. She arrived early and sat quietly near the front. The courtroom's white bailiff, noticing her alone and assuming she was there for a case against her, approached with disdain. "Ma'am, you can't sit there," he barked. "Defendants sit in the back. Family waits outside. Do you even know where you are?" She politely replied, "I believe I do." The bailiff sneered. "Well, unless you're the janitor or a witness, you don't belong here right now." Another court officer muttered something about these people always being in trouble, assuming from her appearance and skin color that she was just another defendant. Just then the clerk called everyone to rise. The room stood. The bailiff turned to look toward the chamber doors, and his face went pale. The woman he had just berated walked to the bench. The clerk announced, "All rise! The Honorable Judge Robinson presiding." The courtroom fell silent. She sat down, placed her glasses on, and said in a clear, calm voice, "Before we begin, I'd like to address the behavior I experienced in this courtroom today. I was assumed to be a defendant, questioned aggressively, and made to feel unwelcome in a room I've presided over for years." Then she turned to the bailiff. "We will be discussing your conduct later. Court is now in session." Moral of the story. This story serves as a commentary on racial bias and the dangers of making assumptions based on appearance. It's often used to highlight how professionalism and dignity can expose and overturn prejudice. Would you like in the courtroom? The air was thick with tension. The bailiff, Officer Kearns, stood rigid, trying to maintain composure. The other court staff exchanged nervous glances. Nobody expected this outcome. Judge Robinson adjusted her robe, scanned the room, then looked directly at Kearns. "Officer Kearns," she said, her voice calm but cutting, "you've worked in this courtroom how long?" He cleared his throat. 5 years, Your Honor." "And in those 5 years, have you ever assumed a white man in plain clothes was a defendant before he spoke?" Kearns faltered. "I can't recall, Your Honor." "Interesting," she said, "because today, without inquiry, you presumed I was here to be judged, not to judge." Whispers stirred in the courtroom. A young black attorney in the gallery nodded silently. Judge Robinson continued, "Before we proceed with today's docket, let's be clear. This courtroom belongs to the law, not to your assumptions, not to your biases, and not to your comfort. If you can't treat every person who enters with equal dignity, you don't belong here." The bailiff opened his mouth, then shut it again. She turned the page on her docket. "First case," she said. "Let justice begin." Part 3. After the gavel falls. Court moved swiftly. Judge Robinson presided with grace and authority, her sharp legal mind on full display. Every lawyer stood a little straighter. Every defendant listened a little closer. At the end of the session, she called Kearns into her chambers. He stood stiffly. "Your Honor, I meant no disrespect." "But you did disrespect me," she said, her voice softer now but no less firm. "And more importantly, you disrespected your oath." He shifted, uncomfortable. "I was a veteran before I was a judge. I served this country to protect rights. Your right to wear that badge. And today you looked at a black woman and saw only trouble." There was silence. Then she added, "You will take bias training, you will file a written apology, and you will earn your place back in this courtroom, or you will find another courtroom." He nodded slowly, chastened. Epilogue. Lessons in Justice. Word spread about the courtroom moment. Judge Robinson's story became a quiet legend in the courthouse. Not because she embarrassed a bailiff, because she proved that justice wears many faces, and sometimes it walks in wearing a cane and calm dignity. Would you like to see this turn?